Yeah, I have started recording. I'm sharing my screen so that we can start. Okay, is it my screen visible for you guys?
Yeah, visible, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. So today we are discussing about like power apps training. So in that we are discussing about what is power platform, power apps about, and next power platform and types of power apps we have in power platform, and how we can create a Microsoft developer account for free, and how we can set up users in that account. All these we can discuss in today's session. So coming to next. Yeah, like Power Apps. In Power Apps, Power Apps is nothing but a low code technology where we can develop our applications. In this Power Apps, we can develop our applications only like business need of applications, not like a public domain applications. Only the application where we can use inside our organization level. Like for example, here we have like a leave management app, interview assessment app, timesheet, like that. These in inside organization level apps if we want to develop, we can go for Power Apps. Like if we would like for example public domain application where we will be available in Play Store, and those kind of applications we won't develop it using Power Apps. So only like organization level. So why it is? Because it's like Power Apps, it's basically run on license based applications. If we are developing a public domain applications, then the licensing cost will be more. Like if they want to use Power Apps, they need a license for that one. So to provide license for outside of the organization, everyone like public domain, it will be very costly. So to do that one, only like inside whatever the organization level task which we want, automations we want to perform, then we will go for Power Apps. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
In the Power Apps, like mostly it is a low code is like an we can develop our applications using drag and drop features. Okay. And coding will be there, but not that much extent. Even as a beginner, you can learn with like a basic training. You can start building a basic applications itself. You can be expert within a 1 2 or 2 months of training. You can be an expert in this technology. Yeah. So these applications we are developed, right? These application you can integrate it with any third party applications. Like for example, in our power platform, we have multiple other Power Apps, third party applications which we want to integrate. Then with the Power Apps, whatever applications we are developed, that application we can integrate it with third party data source the applications as well. And our whatever the tasks which we have in our organization, that we can turn into like a, for example, we have an task where basically we have an in our organization, there we will send an email to each employee. We will send an on their birthday, we'll send an greetings for them, right? So if you want to perform those operations, we can build an automation process to send an greetings on their birthday. Using these kind of automation process, we can build it using these Power Platform tools. So as I have told you, this is not for developing any public facing apps. It is like an only business applications. And inside Microsoft Power Platform, we have Power Apps, Power BI, and Power Automate, Power Virtual Agents. See, in Power BI is for developing analytical. Power BI is nothing but an a business analytical tool where we have can visualize our like reports, charts. With using that one, we can analyze our data in a visualistic manner. This we can use it in using Power BI. And for Power Apps is like nothing but like we can develop applications. Okay. And for Power Automate is for we can develop automate the process using cloud, like as I have given example previously, to send a greeting or to do any automatic automation process without any human intervention, then when we can go for Power Automate. Power Virtual Agent is like an where in most of the applications websites where you can see a chatbot, right? Like on right side, like where you can see a bot, they will ask some questions regarding their website or then products. They want to know the answers. You bot will answer all of that questions, right? For that one, we can using with the low code, we can develop that Power Virtual Agents. Okay, and for the Power Apps and Power Automate, for all these technologies, we can connect it with any type of like multiple data sources we can connect, not for single data sources, unlike like the different application. But for this Power Microsoft Power Platform, we can connect like n number of data sources. We have an n number of data connections where we can connect our application to where we can connect integrate with our application. Okay. But mainly for this Microsoft Power Platform, we have an inbuilt like database is there, that is a Dataverse. So Dataverse for these like it will come as a part of Power Platform itself. So unlike if we have an SQL, a SharePoint, all this also you can use, but Dataverse is a family of Power Platform itself. So there way you can the security will be more, the data and the compatibility with Power Apps will be more. But it's not like you can use only with the data like these technology itself. Like you can connect it with different data sources as well. Okay. Until now, you do have any doubts? Any questions?
Yeah, no, ma'am.
Okay. Next, so in the Power Apps, we have a different, in the Power Apps, we can design different type of applications we can develop. Like one is like a Canvas application, another one is model driven application, and another one is like a Power Pages. So Canvas application is like an where you have it, you want to design an application with more of a UI. For example, like how we have a UI design, you want like look and feels, like if you have a Figma, there you want to design all the look and feels, headers, and all the visualization you want to be perfect, then we can go for Canvas application. Okay. So for model driven application, what is that is like a where you want to design application on top of a our database, like where you have a you want to perform mostly actions on our data itself. There you can't add much customizations in your application, unlike Canvas application. Here only you can perform the actions on the data itself. If you want to add on visualization effects in your application, here you won't have much options here. But whereas Canvas application, you can create an application with multiple screens, multiple images, like and visual effects, those many things you can build however you want. Here you have a like much access to whatever you want to build. But here you have a limited, but here you can perform your like actions on the data, whatever the operations you want to perform, like a bulk operations, then you will go for model driven app. So for each of them, the business need is different. Based on your business need, you can build your application, you can choose your whichever application you want to design. Like for example, Power Pages is nothing like but a web page, like using how we have a web pages, where we will develop it using like large code and everything, HTML, all of that you need, right? But for as for Power Pages, using like some drag and drop features, only within a few minutes you can design your website. And like for Canvas application, you can use like these things you can use it in inside organization. Mostly it will be used inside organization itself, but for our pages we can share it with external users as well, as it is a website. Okay. But most of the time in our organ, like most of the organization will choose only canvas application and model driven application. Most of the organizations still like not using power pages yet, but yeah, we can develop websites using this one, but it's not like that extent. Not every organization using this one. Okay. And for canvas application, where like we can create a blank canvas, there we can add our whatever the controls, whatever the features we want to add, everything we can add into our blank canvas, and we can start developing our application where you don't need any coding knowledge at all. Like you there is like a little bit excel kind of code you can it's required, but it's not that extent. It is a basic like if you know basics of C as well, like writing if and those conditions, then you can develop a canvas application easy, very easily. So like there will be a drag and drop features itself, and you is using like colors also, like how we can design ppts and everything. There we have a custom colors, like adding text to colors, how it will be there. So it's most of like it will be like that only. You don't need to write any code to change colors. That's kind of won't be there. So sorry. Yeah. Here you can create, as I have told you, you can create a multiple as many of multiple screens we can add it here with less efforts itself. You don't need to take much, it won't take much time. It will within a say like if you want to develop a basic application within 1 hour also, we can develop a basic application. And one more thing, like we can connect, as I have told you, more than 400 databases. Like we can connect to our application even if the data is in Excel, a SQL, SAP, Oracle, any kind of database. We can connect to our Canvas application and we can perform uh, operations on top of that database. So that is how like we can, as I have told you, there is no coding and low code. As I said, like little bit coding knowledge, and for that one also it is a like power fx functions and formulas we will use. So that I'll dive into in more next sessions. Okay, how we can develop each screen and everything, I'll cover that in next sessions. And model driven apps, as I have told you, it will be data driven applications, but unlike like canvas application where we can connect multiple data sources, like even third party data source also we can connect in canvas application. But in model driven application, we can connect only it with dataverse. That is like a power apps family data sources, really common data sources there, right? Now we are calling it as a dataverse, but previously we used to call that as a common data source. Okay. So that common data was there. It's also simple data was. It is like an all the options will be there. We can create tables there, and we can create whatever the columns that we want. That I'll cover into next sessions, how we can start with our data was as well. On top of the data was, if we can create our model driven applications, where also like whatever the we are going to here we have a by default all of these options will be there. You can add our like create our forms, views and charts, dashboards, and that forms we can add into our model driven applications. And like these, but in the model driven application, like unlike canvas, I mean, for each application we can design our like however we want, right? But model driven application, whatever the features it gave by Power Platform, only those features we can use. Okay. So this is about model driven. And we can connect to other data sources, but it is like in a complex way of doing that one into our model driven application. That is like an we need to connect our gateways to connect into our database, and in dataverse to load the data, and then we can connect to our model driven application. But most preferable one is like dataverse only. It will work with only dataverse. Okay. There is a customizations which we can perform on model driven application, that is using like a coding using codings. But is that if it is like a very particular about that requirement, then only we can go for that one, we can achieve that one. But it's not a prefer, we using drag and drop features only we can develop this model driven application. Okay. And next one is like a power pages and portals and power pages. Like previously we used to call it as them as portals. Now we have it's renamed into power pages. Okay, as I have told you, power pages is nothing but an like a website, creating a website there. That website, like as I have told, canvas application and model driven application will be developed in inside, right? This we can develop to external users and internal users, everyone we can add them. And they can even different type of users they can all type of users they can have, and different type of authentication we can build for power pages, like a basic user authentication, single sign on authentication, whatever the authentication, different type of authentications we can build. So, but for canvas applications and model driven application, nothing authentication is not required, as it is an organization level applications. Only the whatever the micro like Office 365 account which we have login, like how we use cloud EXLs and like SharePoints, how we can use that, whatever the credentials, it will be used same credentials to log in that one. For like canvas application, single sign on it required, there is no separate credentials, everything is not required. But for power pages we can, if we want, we can create a separate authentication technique for us for this one. And these canvas applications are like we can develop it using like an uh, it for like responsiveness will be, we can develop responsive applications, we can develop an mobile only if we are developing an application that will be used only at mobile level. Okay, in that scenario also we can develop that mobile based applications. If we are developing an applications in all the like end users are going to use that application in all of the devices, in that scenario we can develop responsive applications. And if the end user is using only in the desktop, then we can design that application as well. So we can choose whatever the type of that we can select, but for model driven application by default it will be a responsive application. So where like once it is the application is developed, everywhere we click, even if it is in mobile or else desktops, everywhere we can use that one. But here we have an option to like only to select in whatever the device we want. And for portals, as it is a web based only. Yeah, this is about our Canvas applicative power platform. Do you have any doubts until now?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So yeah, and next is about Power Apps. Sorry, anyone speaking? I think Manoj, you are saying something. Okay, I'm continuing. Okay, so far as I have told you, Power Apps which is required licenses, right? So for like
No,
if we
nothing. Yes. Yes.
okay, uh, okay, I'm continuing on this one. So yeah. So we have a Power Apps license. Like in this application, if you, as I have told you, for these applications to use, they need a license, right? They for them there is like a three types of licenses we have. Like one is like a plan license, and another one is like per user plan license, and another one is like pay as you go plan. So for what is that each one will be like a para plan license will be like if they are taking license for one application, they can like a it will be $5 per app, okay, monthly. And they can use that how many like I think five users they can use that per app license. And for per user plan, what it will be like, it will be user based. Like if I have assigned an license to me, then I can use all the applications, like how many applications I want I can use. Okay. But here per app plan, if I take a license for one app, then only that app I can use. But whereas here, if a user has a license, per user license, he can use how many, like whatever the applications in the that environment, all of the applications he can use. Okay. And even if you see here, here the um here the storage is also given be more, based on like as it is a less price, it is has a more pricing. Even the database and everything capacity, storage capacity also here will be given more. Okay. And another plan is pay as you go. Pay as you go is like a, whenever like a, for some of the applications where you are using like once in a while you are using that applications, like not that extent you are using that applications. So if you are using, then only you can pay for that application. That is this pay as you go plan. Okay. And this is for per app plan only, like this option is there only for per app plan. Okay. And when to choose which one is depends on your use case. Okay. If you're in your organization, you have a multiple applications where use where one user needs to use, then per user plan is beneficial for you. If it is like on only one application they are using, like no, not many applications they are using in your organization, then per app plan will be very suitable for you. Okay. And even like if you are using even in this also in this power apps license also premium licenses will be there. Okay. But in the premium licenses, for that one, if you are using like this is this if you have an e5 license also, automatically these licenses will automatically, it's again no need to take these licenses, automatically these features will be automatically will come. If you but if you are using Dataverse, then this premium license is required, as Power App Dataverse is a premium one. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. And one more thing, next, if you are like if you want to try, if you are like practicing, then we can create a developer plan where which have a Power Apps itself it's given. So for that one, it's a developer plan is nothing but a free, where we have a 90 days trial period where we can here in the documentation it is already like how we can create a free plan, there you can create. Okay. And there you have an option to start with Power Apps developer plan. You can for this one you need Office 365 account, like Outlook email is there, right? That account is required. That's it. If you have that account, and you can create your own tenant, and you can start, if you can start that one. That one will be only 90 days period will be there. Okay. And for that 90 days period, if you are using continuously, then another 90 days will be, it will automatically extend it. So that is like an free for lifetime, if I would say, like until Microsoft stops. Okay. So this is a good opportunity to learn. You can like you can create your own applications if you want to try how things are working. Okay. That you
I think
can.
developer plan is free of cost with, I think, Office 365.
Yeah, yeah, like Office is ready. You should have Outlook account. That's it. Automatically, like you need to, you can create the by using following this document. You can create an using your Outlook. You can create an account so that you can use it. That's it. No
Okay, ma'am.
need any other options. You don't know. Like as I have told you, if you have an E5 license, yeah, most of the organization like will have an E5, right? So automatically for Microsoft Power Apps will be automatically given for
Available.
them. Yeah, available for them. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So any doubts till now?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, that's it about the session. Like
Sorry.
next.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you repeat about the subscription part?
This subscription or
Yeah, yeah,
else
yeah.
previous licensing part.
Yeah, I mean the trial license, how we can
Okay.
get like.
Yeah, so okay, I'm not able to click there. We have a clear documentation how it's explaining. So if we go here, like it will automatically each step how we can create, it will explain clearly. So developer plan is nothing but where you can create a free, like now you don't have any account, right? So if you want to practice for free without using taking any license with your money, if you want to use it free, Microsoft gave a chance that like you can create this developer plan, but you can't perform all the production activities which you can perform with paid one. But for practicing purpose it is a good one, like it will given for 90 days period. For this one only an outlook email is required. If you click there get started, like automatically there is an option, it will come give here there like your organize work or school account, it will like there you can give your outlook email. Then you can start creating the account, and then you can use like by accessing make dot power apps portal. Then you can choose whatever the applications, like whether you want to create applications, tables, everything, whatever the actions you want to perform there. Then there you can use it. It will be 90 days period. If you are actively using in that 90 days period, automatically another 90 days period will be extended. So again in that 90 days period, if you are using actively, another 90 days period it will extend. So it will be extended for automatically every 3 months, it will automatically extend if you are using actively. Okay, there you can practice like all of them will be available there.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, that's it
Yeah.
about this session. Like in next sessions, I will cover more of that where we can develop. I will dive into all these two concepts like Canvas applications, model-driven application, how we can connect with Dataverse as well, security roles in the Dataverse. So model-driven application security roles, how we can share it with end users, how we can move our so like applications into one environment to like develop environment to production, everything what is environment, everything I'll cover in next sessions.
So, ma'am, after completing this course of Power Apps, we'll be able to build professional level applications for our organization.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
So basically, as I have told you, only business level with the real time scenarios I'll give. Based on real time scenarios, how we get in our real time projects. Based on that only, I'll explain by taking 1 month scenario by each explaining each concept, so that you can know what are the as in Canvas application. So many controls will be there. So. Which control needs to be used in which scenario, I'll explain it using each kind. Even in model driven application also, like as I have told you, forms views, how we can customize them, how we can give security for that in the even in the data as well, how we can give security for each roles like an admin, normal users, that we can deep dive into in next sessions.
So you'll be giving the real time use cases as well,
Mm.
so that we can build professional, or say in real life we can implement those apps, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, ma'am. So how much time it will take to, ma'am, complete this entire course of Power Apps only?
For Power Apps only, like to cover, it's like 30 to 30 to 45 days it will take. You
30 to
can
30, 45 days.
mm,
It means entire course of Power Platform. How much time it will take to complete the entire Power Platform? Uh,
entire Power Platform is like in each concept is like again one another for Power BI again 30 days 40 days course is like because that is a separate topic itself for Power BI. Even in the
yeah.
Power Pages also a separate topic. But as I have told you, Power Pages is like not really. Most of the 99% organizations are not using Power Pages. As for developing websites, they will mostly follow a typical or old technologies like on creating um, React.js. Only those technologies they are following. Still, they are not using Power Pages. In your organizations for real time, only these Canvas application, model driven application you'll get into. Even in your organization for projects, only in these only you'll get. But in these two technologies also, there are so many things we can learn. Like as I have told you, we can integrate with Power BI things into our applications, data security roles, connecting different data sources in each application. We need can integrate multiple controls. How we can design that one. There is separate like for this one only. It will take 30 to 45 days.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Great.
Yeah, that's it. Any questions?
And within 30 to 45 days, like it will be regular classes every day, or how is it going to be?
So that every day like 1 hour, it's going like it depends like how you are comfortable basically. How you guys are comfortable. You want it on weekdays or else like on weekends. How you want the classes.
So on weekends, like how many hours you will take, or how is it going to be? There must be some. Um,
So if it is on weekends, 1 hour. Sorry, weekdays. If it is in weekdays, it is going to be a 1 hour. If it is
Mhm.
on weekends, then only we can take 2 hours. Like we can 2 hours, like Saturday 2 hours, Sunday 2 hours. Can take.
Okay. So 4 hours over the Saturday, Sunday, and
Yeah,
weekend,
yeah.
right? Okay. And till that time, the license will be there, right? I
Mm,
mean, to practice and everything.
yeah.
Okay.
So, ma'am, you are into trainings only, or you are a working professional working with some organizations and building
Yeah.
applications for
Okay.
your organization?
So
What actually you are doing? Yes.
I'm a full time employer. I will be working for the organization.
So you are into trainings full time or what?
No, no, no. I am into full-time employee trainings. I'll train the candidates as like a side.
Okay, okay, okay. This is great, ma'am.
Yeah.
It is very helpful. It will be very helpful because you'll be able to explain better that how in
Yeah, yeah.
industry you are using it. So this is really good because trainers generally have very limited domain of knowledge. So
Yeah.
because you are a working professional and working with some companies and using these technologies, so you'll be able to explain better.
Yeah, exactly. So as I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
told you in the Canvas and model driven applications, we can dive into more that like more concepts are there in this only for securities and everything. It is a separate whole like it's a sea level thing is there in these two
Okay.
concepts itself.
All right,
So
ma'am. All
yeah,
right.
if you have like as per my experience, I'm telling you, if you have in this like Canvas application, model driven application along with SharePoint as a data source, dataverse, if you have knowledge, you can survive like another 5 to 10 years in this industry.
Okay. Very good, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
So
So you
yeah,
are also
yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
is you are adding some power effects and other solid type of concept also under
Yeah,
this.
for the
uh,
Canvas application to design, to write logics and everything, we need the power effects for that one. Okay.
So guys,
So there is a
I'll just
concept
take
for
in
the
2 minutes of yours to give you a bit more detail of the training. Right, this is Ankush. So basically, I'm the admin of the groups from where you joined. Right. So one is for the further more details, you can join us in this group. Right, in the group link that has been mentioned. Right, so there we'll tell you the exact pricing of the course. We will
Okay.
have a couple of lectures which will be open. Right, we will increase the pricing as the time passes by. We'll price it around 8 to 9K for the initial, the people who pay it very quickly. If you are a college student, we'll make it as just 3,500 rupees for you. right? And with respect to timings, we'll have it on Saturday, Sunday, 1.5 hours. The exact timing we'll see. Most probably, we do it in the evenings only, and the weekdays will be only 2 days, 1 hour. We'll see with respect to timings, and if you pay and there is no problem of timing, we'll tell you the timing. At that time, you can ask for the refund, right? So you need not worry about the timings is not a problem, because timings we will be able to fix only when we have a proper set of people that who are interested. After we come to know that these are the people who are interested, for them we will fix the timing.
So when we are about to launch this batch, actually, exactly on what
We
date?
have started. I mean, we'll start with the first session tomorrow, right? We'll keep that open. After that, basically, we'll set the prices accordingly. That till tomorrow we will have the least prices. After tomorrow, we'll increase the prices. Next week also we will have some sessions open, right? Next week's 2 sessions will also be open, which will be open for everyone to join. So you guys can join initial 2 to 3 lectures free of cost, right? But the course charges would increase for you since you are joining late.
Okay. Okay.
Right? So that is basically
Yeah.
the thing.
Got it.
Uh,
Got it.
So
Hi,
Jay,
sorry
you
for
are from
interrupt.
college? Yeah, Basant. Yeah.
Yeah, but thing is, I joined the late around 10 minutes. I joined a few seconds back. This is the
Okay.
what exact? Can you please elaborate in short in
So
what?
basically, this is direct IT Connect trainings, right? So here, what we are trying to do is that we are trying to connect professionals directly with the experts, right? For example, Mamta, we have she's 5+ years experienced. Just a second. So she's 5+ years experienced, right? So you can learn directly from her. You can do the theory also with her and the practical also with her, right? So she can, whatever she has learned in her career from the live projects, so she can demonstrate the same information to you. Definitely, that projects can't be done because that is a live data, but we'll try to give you as much as projects that we can.
What is the in fact?
And
We don't have any knowledge of coding and what we are not non technical academic background. That's I'm asking.
so
This is
no
a
problem.
good.
One is that it is not a problem that you're non-tech, right? Basically, this is initial. This is a low-code platform to learn, right? And as Mamta said, that you can learn things in 2 months, right? Anyone can learn. Basically, it is incomplete in IT. It is about your intent to learn, right? So you can learn it. It is a low-code thing. It doesn't require significant coding, right? So it doesn't require any coding, I believe it, or it might be very minimum coding.
Yeah.
So these are the things with the least coding, right? And so definitely you can learn.
Yeah. Can I add point, Ankush, here?
Yeah, yeah.
So here, like a coding means like a low code is there. Like low code is nothing but like whatever the operations which where you can perform in the Excel. So mostly those kind of functions we have. Even in the functions also, like if you can remember them, some of the functions. Like for example I'm giving. For navigating one screen to one screen, there is a one function called navigate. Like by seeing, if you remember that function automatically, even if you type there, the suggestions will come by default. Microsoft Power Apps itself will give suggestions what exactly you need to give there. So there is not much coding is not required. Only some basic functions will be required. That's it is also basic. Very like while you are doing, you can learn them in like as I have told you, you can learn that in within 1 or 2 months. It's
The
most of a
doesn't
like
yeah this feel like SQL kind of code requirements in short terms.
no. It is not like an SQL kind of code. It's not required. Like if you are building some, if you are like for model driven applications, coding not at all required. But whereas canvas applications, small like as I have told you, in Excel, for example, how we are doing filtrations, how we are doing those things, doing like lookups, how we are writing that one, those kind of things there you can write, but with different syntax. It's also very less coding, like not a high level coding where we will write in Java. Those kind of code will be there, not there.
Okay.
Mostly it is like an
No,
one
but thing
line of
is,
code, one line of
see,
status.
yeah, 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 I do agree, but thing is, what
Mm.
exact for means we are fit at this training or not? That's the reason I'm asking
Yeah, yeah.
open. That's the reason
Yeah,
what I.
okay. You can think. That's what like
Mhm.
as per my experience, I'm saying yeah, it's like
So, guys,
so
in
based.
case of any queries, you can join us tomorrow also. You can take time,
Mm-hmm.
right? No hurry. So you can make your mind over the time of we'll have one or two sessions more, two, three sessions we'll have more, right? Probably one or two, not three exactly. So you can make up your mind as the things go, right? So no problem at all. In fact, in our we have our channel on YouTube, right? So which is Direct IT Connect. You can see two to three recordings of Power Apps over there, right? So they are free of cost. We have uploaded. So you can make up the mind overall, right? So with time you can
Ankush,
do it.
I want to ask something that why you are not starting the course for entire platform, our platform, instead of single module that we are taking for Power Apps only. Why not
So
we are
yeah,
doing it?
I'll tell you. So basically, the expertise of everyone is different, right? It
Okay,
is,
okay,
for example, Mamta, right? She is 5 years experienced into Power Apps. Now
all right.
she is expert only into Power Apps, right?
Okay,
There are
okay,
people who are expert only into Power BI or only into Power Automate, right?
okay,
So Power Automate, Power Apps, and Power BI, these are three different skills. First of all, yes, there are
okay,
people who probably might be having like 2 years experience into Power Automate, 2 years experience into Power Apps, 2 years experience into Power BI, but that won't be helpful.
okay, okay,
So it is better you connect with a person who has spent his full 5 years on Power Apps, right? Rather
okay. So
than a
then,
person who has spent.
so when is so it means in near future you'll be starting batches for Power Automate also.
Yes, yes, we have it. You see it on our channel, right? We had
Uh,
already done.
Ankush, so in this itself, we have a Power Automate included in this session course.
No, no. In this we don't. In this we have only.
And like Power Automate desktop not included, but Power Automate cloud is included to
Yes,
perform
yes,
some
yes.
automation.
Sorry, guys, for the disturbance.
Yeah,
Just a second.
Okay, so this course will include Power Automate for cloud only,
cloud
not
only,
for
not the desktop. Yeah, that is like as I have told you, there are these are different and Power BI is a different one. That is like a separate course itself. And Power BI, Power Automate desktop is like an RPA tool, like how we have an UI path and those things. It is like Power Automate desktop is the for that one. Again, it is a different concept.
okay, ma'am. All right,
So
got it.
Power Apps, it's like an again, it's for developing an applications where that applications we can integrate with our Power Automate cloud to perform some automatic processes
Okay,
without
ma'am.
human interventions that we can develop using like Power Apps and Power Automate. We
చెప్పాడు నాకు
can
రీల్స్ వెళ్ళాను నేను దేశాన్ని జాయిన్ అయ్యాను యాక్చువల్గా మ్యారేజ్ ఉంది కదా వెళ్దామని ఇంకా లైక్ చెప్పాను అడిగి ఏంటి ఇద్దరు కలిసి వెళ్దాం అనుకున్నాం.
Okay, got it, ma'am. Got it. Mamta, I
yeah.
got it.
Yeah, yeah, guys. Yeah, exactly. So basically, whatever is required in Power Apps that we will be covering, right?
Okay.
I've also dropped in my number over here. You can reach us. You can join us in this group for all the further details.
All right. All right. We'll do that.
Right? Yeah. Now over to to you, Mamta. You can stop the recording, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's it. Like, think and let me know. Like, as I have told you, the topics which I cover will be on mostly Canvas application, deep dive into Canvas application, that application, like how we can integrate with the like different data sources and from the SharePoint also SharePoint, how we can create lists and document libraries and everything in SharePoint. and how we can create an application form customizations using canvas applications in SharePoint. Those concepts also will cover there. And another thing like securities in how we can share canvas applications into our like end users, those concepts will be covered in model driven app, like how we can create a model driven app, securities for that model driven applications, how we can share model driven application to end users, and what are the permissions to required for users to use that power apps sorry, model driven applications, and what are the customization we can perform on model driven applications. So everything will be explained. And how power out and next cloud flows, like how cloud flows will create that one, how we can integrate with our applications like canvas and power out model driven applications, that we can create check complete in this course. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Even the ADLP like deployment life cycle, like how we are deploying it into different environments with the real time scenario, real time projects, we will explain.
Mamta,
Mm,
during the study, you will provide us some help of some technical.
help of technical in this sense.
I mean, since we are getting if we are stuck any level, so I will ask you to how, Mamta, how can we do it? So it will provide your solutions.
So that one it's like your kind of if you are in your project, if you are stuck anything, that kind of thing you are asking.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Right.
So I think if you are going that into that category, it will disturb the whole session, right? There are other members who are there in that in this also. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah. But how we can do that one? Like, what are the things if you have any doubts, like which control needs to be used in which scenario, those kind of things. Yeah, if you want me to explain that thing, we can explain, but not into your issue. If you are going to check that one, it will disturb others.
Oh,
Yeah, that's it. Any question more?
Also, there are few scenarios like heard that the Power Apps are used along with Power Automate Cloud as well
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
So those will also be covered,
Yeah,
or
yeah. As I have told you,
Yeah.
Power Automate Cloud will be there in this one.
okay, okay, okay.
That like
Thank you.
it's not at like a many, so most of the time canvas
Uh,
applications Power Automate will work together to perform some actions. We need Power Automate itself. Like for example, I'll give an example. So you have all the databases, you have a data in your application there, that record is going to expire within 1 month. You
mhm,
need to intimate user that okay, your record is going to expire in within next month, please perform some actions. That email we will receive, right? For
mhm,
example, in the certifications itself, if you perform any if that certification is going to expire, Microsoft will remind us from the 1 month itself, your certification is going to expire, please renewal your certification. That
mhm.
those kind of emails will receive. That emails will be performed using Power Automate itself.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
And during weekdays, what will be the timing, and weekends, what is the timing
that
exactly?
we can discuss later,
Acha.
like with Ankush. As I have told you, Ankush is the admin. Like he will, you can discuss the timings and everything according to your
Okay,
schedule. Yeah, you can discuss with him.
okay.
Yeah, any more?
Okay. Also, you have help us after the means the course is completed. Then can you help us for the interview also, for interview preparation or some
Okay, so
other
yeah, I'll
interview?
also cover like how in what are the interview questions are going to be asked in regarding Power Platform. Also, we can discuss.
Okay. Okay.
I'll like at the end of the course, I'll explain what are going to be asked in interviews, what are the type of questions, mostly in interviews real time scenarios, like unlike what we have, like they will ask even that questions also they will be asked with real time example. They'll ask, okay, in this scenario what you will do, those kind of scenarios. They're like, yeah, I'll based on my experience how the thing questions they have asked, I'll explain it with few examples. We can plan that one at the end of the session, complete end of the session course. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Great.
Okay, so all of you are completely new to Power Platform?
Yes, I am very
Uh,
new. I have
oh,
never done anything on Power Platform.
okay.
Sorry, I need to this. I don't know that I'm new to this platform.
Sorry.
I mean, I don't know that this is the first time I heard about
Okay.
everything is for me.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, then if no questions, we can end this call.
Right, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay,
Thanks,
sure.
everyone.
Thanks.
Thank
Yeah.
you, ma'am.
Thank.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. Thank you, Ankush. Thank you. Okay.
Thank
Bye.
you.